Hello there guys, it's Caleb and this will just take 1 second. Today we got a deck that is 5-0'd so many times I have lost count. It's a great deck, it runs very well, does great in tournaments. So what colors is it? It's green and brown. Brown is for artifacts because that's what the old border looked like. It was brown. Only green cards we're running though are Ancient Stirrings and Bonds of Flourishing. They are almost the same card, however Ancient Stirrings will grab any colorless card, including lands, colorless spells if we have them. While Bonds of Flourishing is only going to grab permanent cards, but it has the upside of giving us 3 life. Conjurer's Bauble will put something back on the bottom of our deck, so that's good. Despotic Scepter will destroy anything we own, so that's not bad, especially if somebody says steals one of our big Colossus boys, the Metalwork. So jumping to Metalwork, it costs X to cast, where X is the total converted mana cost of non-creature artifacts in control. So say you had a Gilded Lotus on the battlefield, it would cost 5 less. And if you sack 2 artifacts, you may return Metalwork Colossus from your graveyard to your hand. And that gets into a combo, which I'll go over once I go over the next part of this deck. How are we going to cast that Metalwork Colossus, you might be wondering? Well, that's not too hard. We have Alchemist Vial, Golden Egg, Ichor Wellspring, Sleeper Dart. These all boost towards Metalwork Colossus. And we can get them for free. How do we get them for free? Semblance Apple. You exile another artifact under it, makes the artifacts cost 2 less. So this Alchemist Vial now says, play it, draw a card. Just play it, draw a card. Yeah, like a land, but all the lands you want per turn. And then we have Scrap Trawler, which also works towards the combo, and Mortar Pot, which is the big part of the combo. The combo is you need 1 Metalwork Colossus on field, 1 in graveyard, a Scrap Trawler on field, and then a Mortar Pot on field or hand, as well as a working Semblance Apple. Which all in all only costs like 3 mana to get going, so it's not bad. So how it works is you have the Metalwork in graveyard, sacrifice the Metalwork on field, as well as the Mortar Pod. They'll both hit the graveyard at the same time, meaning that Scrap Trawler will see both of them hit, and will trigger for both of them. Which your Metalwork trigger on Scrap Trawler will grab the Mortar Pod to put it back in your hand. You cast the Mortar Pod, making its Germ token, and then you sack that Germ token, deal damage to the opponent. And then you sack the Metalwork Colossus that's on the field, and the one that you just returned, well, the one that you returned to your hand and played on the field, plus the Mortar Pod. And you just keep looping those over and over again to deal infinite damage to any target. That's the main plan of the deck. It works a lot of the times, they don't even have to sideboard out, usually. But just in case you need a sideboard, here's what you do. We got 15 very good cards. Return to Nature is just a cheap way to deal with targeted graveyard removal. Like you can get rid of a Dread Return, Angel of Glory Rise, Laboratory Maniac, Plasmagorian. All good targets, all get rid of stuff. I know I named mostly hate for Hermit Druid, but that's really what this card is for. As well as some other key pieces to other decks, but I can't remember what they are right now. Then we got Rampage of the Clans, which is an alternate win condition if the Metalwork Colossus thing doesn't work out. You destroy all artifacts and enchantments, and for each permanent destroyed this way, they get a 3/3 green centaur creature. So if we say play 10 eggs, we sack all those eggs, we'll destroy all those eggs, and then replace them all with 3/3 centaurs. That's in Shusher because we don't like counterspells here. Makes it so your spells can't be countered most of the time. Dried Militant gets rid of instants and sorceries from graveyards whenever they're put there from anywhere. But when you're going against the Hermit Druid, is it Delver, Dimir Delver, any sort of Delver really this is good against. And then we have Spatial Contortion, which just deals with a creature for the colorless mana we produce as well as any mana. And then Sorcerer's Spyglass. Lets you see the opponent's hand to see if you're clear to go for the combo. And then also makes it so that you can stop something from activating, like a Planeswalker, an enchantment, artifact, creature, land even, as long as it's not a mana ability. So that's this deck. I like it. Does good. I'll link it down in the description, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.